What's going on, guys? My name is Ben. How are you guys doing today? Nothing really. Now, as you can tell from the title, you guys are probably like, hey, you didn't post a video saying that you were gonna do a recap on the next Xbox reveal event. Well, there's a reason for that. Well, I did not know it was today until people started saying that Microsoft was going to announce the next Xbox today, May 21st. So as soon as I got home, went online, watched the event, which was only an hour long, and then I got all my notes right here. So let's get on to the recap, because if you guys don't know, I'm also an Xbox fan as well. So they announced a new system, and it's called the Xbox One. Originally, well, we thought it was going to be called the Xbox 720, but no, it's called the Xbox One. It's an all-in-one system with a new design. And with this Xbox, you can say commands such as like Xbox on. Now this, you can probably do this just by having the Kinect sensor. And of course, this has a new user interface, although it looks similar to what it is now on the Xbox 360, but with some redesign changes a little bit here and there. And you can tell it some commands such as like tell it to watch live TV, and then they announced this feature called instant switching. Instant switching is basically where you can switch into any mode or any application, whatever you guys want to call it. So you can tell it to switch to your game, your TV, your music, or the internet browser. In this case, they have Internet Explorer. Wow, Microsoft Internet Explorer, really? I hope you made that better. And you have this thing where you can like grab and pan or swipe up. You know, you can like grab the screen, you can pan around, swipe, and then go up somewhere. And you can grab the screen to go to your home screen, and you can grab it to go to your movie. And now they announced this thing called Snap Mode, which is basically where you can run multiple programs at the same time. That's cool. And it connects to all of the Windows phones out there, in this case Windows Phone 8. And then you have Skype on there, and they're saying that the Xbox One is the only system that can give you Skype group video calling in your living room. I'll have to see about that. Alright, and the Xbox Store it's offering, and of course, this is where they talk about when you're watching sports on your Xbox One. And it's basically where you can show the fantasy players on the side of the screen. And so and not only that, it'll give you notification if they scored a point or not. That's pretty interesting for those of you sports fans out there. I'm not a sports fan. I don't watch sports. The Xbox One guide, and this is where they talked about the live TV that you can watch on the Xbox One. Alright, you can see all the local TV guide listings with the Xbox One guide. Alright, they're saying that this way you don't have to memorize all the channels like you do with the traditional cable TV boxes, or in this case DirecTV, Comcast, or Dish Network, whatever cable provider you have. All you have to do is say Xbox, go to this certain channel, Xbox, watch MTV, Xbox, watch NBC, you know, something like that, so that way you don't have to, okay, change the channel, 300 something is Nickelodeon on DirecTV. You know, you guys don't have to do that anymore. Alright, now this is where they talked about the system itself. The specs, what is packed into this thing. It's connected and ready. This has over 5 billion transistors with 8 gigabytes of RAM, 500 gigabytes of hard disk drive, and this is also contains a Blu-ray drive, 802.11n for Wi-Fi. This has HDMI in or out. This has USB 3.0, and it's got an 8-core CPU in there. And they talk about the Xbox One architecture. And they're saying that this can run 3 operating systems in one. And you get new experiences with this. Now they talk about the Kinect. So they released the Kinect with the Xbox 360, and now they built a new Kinect sensor for the Xbox One. So let's talk about the Kinect sensor itself. This has a 1080p HD camera with 30 frames per second. It has time-of-flight technology, microphone arrays, and it's much improved, and it understands how you move with all your body motion and all that. And then, of course, they announced a new controller. They redesigned it, of course. This has an integrated battery component. It has impulse triggers, so that way it can program the feedback, Wi-Fi direct radio stack, and precision directional pad. And now, Microsoft got into this thing called Smart Glass, and from what they said in the conference, they already announced this thing a while ago, and it has like 10 million downloads, something like that. I never heard of Smart Glass, so this was the first time of me hearing it. Now they talked about the new Xbox Live. So the new Xbox Live has over 15,000 servers, and it's going to have more than 300,000 servers pretty soon. This is stored in the cloud, and it has a dedicated game DVR. So when I say that, they're going to like save all your game and status and all that, like where you left off of the game and all that. It's all stored in the cloud, so they're using part of cloud storage as this in this new console. Now they announced some new games by certain game developers. In this case, EA Sports was the first one. They announced 4 new games called FIFA 14, Madden 14, NBA 14, UFC 14. So for those of you sports fans, you got 4 new games coming up on the Xbox One. And then Micro Studios came out and announced Forza Motorsport 5, and it'll be available at launch of the Xbox One. I'm assuming. Yeah, because they just said available at launch, so I'm assuming it's available on the launch of the Xbox One. Alright? And then they announced this game called Quantum Break, and they're going to release 15 exclusives in the first year of the launch of the Xbox One, which is, wow, that's a lot in the first year. Alright? Next, Xbox Entertainment Studios came out, and she was mentioning that she partnered up with some other companies. In this case, 343 Industries came out, and they announced a Halo, the television series, Halo television series, and I'm still kind of getting the fact on what that's all about. I thought it was a new Game of Thrones. Maybe it is, but at the same time, television series. Or maybe I'm just being crazy right now. I don't know. This was my first Microsoft event that I've ever watched, and I'm still trying to understand this, even though I should be able to understand it because I'm a big Halo fan. And then NFL came out, and they're basically going to work with NFL, all that stuff. Alright, so now they started getting back to the system, and when is this thing going to be launched? Well, the Xbox One will be launched around the world later this year. That's pretty fast. I've always thought that the next Xbox was going to be announced in like the next year or two. Alright? And now, before they ended the conference, Activision came out and they announced Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, for those of you big Call of Duty fans out there, who loves Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, or Call of Duty Black Ops, the first one, The World at War, all that stuff, they announced a new Call of Duty franchise to go with the next generation of consoles, in this case Call of Duty Ghosts, and it looks insane. I mean, they pretty much like redesigned almost everything just to make it look more real, and they got new characters in there as well. Alright, so that is all I have for the launch of the Xbox One. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Were you excited, not excited? Do you like the PS4 better, or do you think the Nintendo Wii U is better? Although I think that was a big time fail on Nintendo's part. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.